there are some buzzwords will be there, like machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, robotics, okay, computer vision, okay, lot of things we are talking about. And when we are talking about a domains, we are talking about healthcare, finance, and automation. That means the various industry it has been covered nowadays. You can touch anywhere, any advertisement without AI, people will not talk about that. So finally, the importance of AI, I know that everyone knows it. I don't want to get into that. But journey of AI is so beautiful. We should understand AI. If I go to the the era, okay, most likely if I talk about that the grand journey of our earth itself, we can say that when the world is created, we call it as a big bang theory, okay, in 13.8 billion years ago. There is a mythological research, religious approaches are different, okay, whereas the scientific approach are different, right? Before when we talk about why are we discussing about an AI? If you look at the AI, people are talking about philosophy. It may be people are talking about technology. People are talking about chemistry. Everything they will be keep talking here. So that's why I wanted to give a touch on that. Okay, how our the evolution of our human Homo sapiens has happened, because when you talk about intelligence, okay, origin of intelligence, I know that, okay, assume that 13.8 billion year ago there was nothing in the nothing was there. So that's why we have a concept of big bang. People they say that the world has evolved after that, okay. Then formation of the earth and life happened the 4.5 or 3.5 billion year ago. That is was the estimation. It is just like a balloon, and finally it has big bang is nothing but as you imagine that you have a balloon in that a lot of particles are there, suddenly blast it, okay. When it is blasted, it is scale every day keep expanding, and one of the particle may be an earth, people we are talking about. When earth formed, okay, and so many years there was no life, okay, and suddenly the Homo sapiens came. It is assumed that 3 lakh years ago, we could start seeing. When Homo sapiens came, there are other species also there, which are most competent, I think, in physically. But if you consider that, okay, which is the weakest one is Homo sapiens only. But still, we are humans. We is a part of Homo sapiens, and we are survived. It is because of that our brain expansion and our communication, that is called a language, and because of innovation. So because of these three things, finally we landed and we survived here actually. And this evolution, we call it as a the journey of humans. And finally, people have started thinking that, okay, can we develop such systems like our brain? So then we started thinking about we are inspired from Brian, and we started understanding how are we able to communicate, okay, why humans are survived when compared to other species, because we have a the very good communication language, and we could work as a team, and we can communicate even easily. And because of that, today the today's era, still we are exist, and our journey is there here. But what we are trying to say here in this journey, how humans are evolved, okay, it is only because we have survived because of our capability of a brain actually, right? So that is what we wanted to build to the machine, and that is why we are here actually, right? And so that is what we are talking about, artificial intelligence actually. So when we are talking about artificial intelligence, okay, it is started with, people are talking about 1950, then 1980, okay. In those areas, it was very slow, but many rule-based systems has been developed actually, and finally, 1990 to 2010, we are talking about the data-driven approach. Then we are talking about rise of general AI and super AI. And finally, if you look at that, when you come to the general AI, then super AI, we are targeting, and the evolution was not quite as easy, but they has the similar to the humans how they have like advanced actually. So today people are talking about a term called LLM, generative AI, quantum AI. People are talking about future. Okay, so all these things are a part and parcel of our journey actually. And it is because of that, okay, the rise of this actually, before getting into that, okay, let us understand what are the different types of artificial intelligence we have actually. So anyhow, we wanted to know that, so why are we learning artificial intelligence? What are the variants of AI we have actually? And people are talking about LLM, generative AI, and quantum AI, okay? Where does it will fit, okay? And what are the approaches we have to move towards to build that kind of agents in AI. And before that, broadly, if you try to understand, artificial intelligence is we call it as a three types of AI. One is weak AI, another one is strong AI, and the third one is super AI. So when you say weak AI, the whatever the system, okay, now it has been built, we can consider as a weak AI actually, like a Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, okay, all are weak AIs. That means this will perform only one task or a single task. We call it as a weak AI. Nowadays, you can see a lot of advertisement. It may be controlling some TV through AI. Okay, they can say that AI is controlling. Okay, if you are controlling a fan, then people say that through AI we can control the fan. So that is a small task. People have started talking about AI is controlling. And if you look at the advertisement, people are always put the word called AI. Okay. Still, we are not in the era of super AI. Still, we are in the era of like a weak AI actually. So that is called narrow AI. I can say that we have developed it is a rule-based system. If you do X, then do Y. So like that, if condition X is true, do perform ABC. Like that, Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, use some commands and you are able to deliver. So that is what we call it as a broadly we are talking about is weak AI. When it comes to a strong AI, okay, actually speaking, still now ChatGPT we are talking about, okay, but still it doesn't have a cognitive abilities, emotional ability, okay, but still learning ability we have developed, okay, and reasoning ability, still some extent we have done mathematical transformation, but still I cannot say that, okay, we are in the era of strong AI, okay. And we were looking for a superhuman, similar to an Einstein kind of these things we call it as a super AI. Okay, so when we are talking about this, okay, current era, now people prominently working towards weak AI. That means whatever the system they are finding, we are automating. If someone wants to generate a question paper, automate that, okay, through AI. That means automatically study the subject and give the data, and it can generate the question paper. If I want to predict the question paper, I can predict the question paper. So this type of research we are doing, okay, and we are talking in the current era. In this journey, there are two aspects we should remember. As the AI should progress, that we are talking about the computational power. That is a hardware infrastructure. So when you have a hardware infrastructure, then definitely we can able to move forward. That means quickly, if I summarize, what we have understood is artificial intelligence is nothing but building the capability of the human. That is what we are trying to do so. And then we realized that, okay, from the earth revolutions to the human is exist because of a language communication and because of his the mental power or brain power. So what exactly our people are trying to do is they wanted to map a machine how our the brain is working similar to that. We are trying to do that. How we are able to memorize. We wanted to memorize. We want to memorize the system, and all those things is an effort towards people are working on that. So that's why you could see a lot of the AI things actually. So in this journey, okay, when we are talking about, okay, so next is people are when it is birthed in 1950 to 1980, it is a simple machine. There, whether the human can able to identify or not, whether machine is talking or a human is talking. If that is the level kind of test, in general, I am talking about is Alan Turing test actually. If something is passed, we call it as AI kind of machine. So most of the machines are rule-based systems has been developed. And after that, okay, there are machine learning revolutions. What is machine learning revolutions? If I tell you, okay, it is a data-driven approach. That means that is what we are talking about, the machine learning level revolution. Then we are talking about once again I will come back to that, okay. And then we are talking about general AI and super AI. That is where we wanted to get into that actually. And when we are doing that, we are talking about the buzzwords called LLM, generative AI, quantum AI. Anyhow, I will take one example and I will try to differentiate, saying that, okay, what it is, what exactly we are doing when we are trying to detect the cancer, then you will be having an idea about what it is that, okay. 2025 to 2030, people are maybe aiming towards to build a robotic doctors, workplace automations we are talking about. Maybe in 2030 to 2050, the brain computer interface, that means if I say that what I am imagining, automatically it should happen. Okay. That kind of revolution we wanted to do. Just if I imagine, it should be able to detect what I am thinking, and according to that, our AI should work. So that kind of solutions you could see after 2030 to 2050. That was the expectations actually. In long term, 2050 or 2100 beyond, okay, we will be having a people are talking about similar to a human, it should start thinking, okay. That was the expectation. We call it as a super AI or AI self-awareness. That was our target. So this is the future. That's why people are behind the artificial intelligence. And now 2025 to 2030, people are talking about the losing the job. Why? Everything is getting automated. And it doesn't mean that you will lose the job. Like for example, the robotic doctors. For something, just if you feed the information automatically, your AI system should tell the prescription. So that kind of solutions may develop, or we can, because even doctors are humans. He has to memorize, he has to understand, okay, and he may not be able to give right prescription at that time. And the challenge there is each human is unique, okay. And in that case, all medicines cannot be generalized, okay. In such situations, even the accuracy of treating to the patients is not up to the level. So these type of things can be replaced, and given the for the doctors, like our AI system can help. That is the maybe the goal in next 5 years, 2025 to 2030. Or then the hospital, there may be some situations, complex scenarios, some situations, our AI system will come and assist to the doctor. Not only in the medical science, it may be in the logistic, it may be in the agriculture, in everywhere we are keep talking. Just for your reference, I am talking here is a robotic doctor actually. And like in home, there may be home automations or something like that, okay. Similarly, like this, if you go on, okay, that means AI will be the companion for us, and because of that, we need to understand. And why there is a confusion in AI is everyone talks about learn in 1 day, 2 day. Yeah, you can become a AI, and you can. So please understand whether you want to be a user of the AI, or whether you want to be the developer of the artificial intelligence agent, like a robotic doctor, or you want to do some more innovations. That is nothing as a researcher to the contribution to the world. So it is everything is in your hand. And because of nowadays the digital era, anyone can become a AI expert. the best example, so now, so even if you look at the Elon Musk, okay, he's the most richest person. He's never got any official certificate with as a rocket scientist. But how he did when he went to the Russia for making a rocket, reusable rocket. That was his aim, and his aim is to send a rocket to the Mars. Okay, and he want to make a life there. Okay, that was his the vision actually. And when he has that vision, the even government cannot do that, individual person can do. So that was the question he has. Then he come back, he studied himself as a rocket scientist, and then finally he made a team. And you can see that, okay, how you could able to he helped the NASA in recent days. Okay, that is how, because of his reusable rocket innovations. That means anyone can, you do not require to worry about what degree you have and what kind of the background you have, but only thing is you should have a thinking process that okay, I want to be, okay, not as a user, either I should be a developer or a researcher. So in that context, if you wanted to do that, then definitely there is a way to do that. That's why this webinar we are talking about here, how can you reach to that stage? That is how we are. That's why we are discussing about, first we try to understand what is AI, artificial intelligence. Then we try to understand what are the different types of weak or narrow, general or super AI we are talking about. Then in the milestone, we are talking about how like a general super and the modern AI revolution is happening. And 2025 to 2030, okay, what is the expectations and was there in the next era. So that is what we are discussing. So when we are doing this, okay, the key thing important is these are the milestones definitely helped us to nowadays people are talking about, recently after ChatGPT, people are really fond of artificial intelligence. So when we were a student, if someone says that, okay, you study AI, we used to say that, oh, it is very tough subject. Today's kid, if you ask AI is simple, we can learn very easily. Okay. But unfortunately, some people have been misguided that, okay, just learning some ChatGPT, prompt engineering, you cannot become a AI. So that is, and just the learning the tool is different, which is developed by someone else. And if you want to develop as a student, always should have habit to develop their own tools. Okay, to contribute to the society, and that was the expectation. It is not that to become a users of the AI rather than a contributor to the AI development. That was the expectation from the society, okay? And we are expecting you people to understand the importance of that. The key AI milestones, because of people have now wondered, looking forward AI is the IBM Watson 2011, which is just like a question answering. Okay, you questioning and it is like a chatbot. Okay, it is answering it. Okay, and AlphaGo, or the DeepMind, which is a it is a demonstration of the reinforcement learning. Will come to that. Okay, DeepMind defeated a world champion in the game. Okay, then we know, everyone knows GPT now. Okay, how it is it can assisting for writing a any letter or a code or creative task. For all these things, so now we are dependent on GPT, and because of that, today people are talking about artificial intelligence. Because now people are talking, we started with artificial intelligence, then we talk about machine learning, then we talk about deep learning, then we are talking about generative AI, and then we are talking about LLM, and finally we are talking about the quantum AI. So this was the revolution. And because of these buzzwords, people are started thinking that it is never ending. So yes, revolutions are there, but everything is sequential, and you should understand. So when you understand that, just let us understand few terms. Okay, one is machine learning, like a deep learning, natural language processing. Just I wanted to give a highlight towards it. Like a machine learning is nothing but like a learning from the data. That's it. So initially, what we used to do is just we are talking use the AI, which is rule-based engine. Whatever the existing system we are having, using that, okay, we used to do the if X, Y, Z kind of type of conditions, some rule based, if the like a chess playing game. Okay. But when machine learning comes, people have understood that memorization in the machine. So that is what we are calling as a training, building the model. So in big words, we talk actually. So that is nothing but machine learning, and many algorithms comes into a picture here. Okay, supervised, unsupervised algorithms and all. So we'll see that. When we talk about deep learning, it is in the machine learning. Some people debate that what is deep, what is machine. Okay, like a deep learning is nothing but it is advancement or subset of machine learning. I can say that. Okay, where people are able to do much more computation and accurate predictions. They can do that, and those type of supporting algorithm people are talking about is a deep learning. At the end of the day, it is an algorithm only. Okay. And if you think, if you forget all these terms and jargons, we are learning an algorithm, we are implementing, and we are using the computational power. That's all we should remember. These buzzwords, people are thinking that it is making more complex, making that, okay, oh, it is too vast, too much. Rather in simple term, if you know that, okay, it is a AI, it is a machine learning, it is a deep learning, all are at the end of the day is an algorithm. Only you have to understand so what are the approaches and what are the algorithms? Now, when you talk about NLP, that is nothing but like a text. Okay, if you type some text in ChatGPT, so what it is that the text is coming, right? Information, Google translation process. These are all we are dealing with a text information. Then we call it as a natural language processing. Okay, like a human kind of responses we are able to get for a text, that is called NLP. So that means if I want to work with a text, then I have to learn the NLP. If I want to work with the images and like image comparisons, face recognition in the smartphone, then we are talking about complex security systems. If I want to work, people are talking about accuracy to improve. There is some complex algorithm has been built that is called deep learning. And whereas machine learning, we are talking about the basic traditional algorithms. If you use, that is called a machine learning. So like this is the component. And also people are talking about nowadays like a medical imaging. So for diagnosing the diseases and all those things, people have started analyzing X-rays, MRI scans, and that is called computer vision. So when we are talking about images and videos, then we started using the word called computer vision. And if you want to perform task behalf of you, like it is working as a supplier in the hotel, okay, and in the agriculture land in field, if robot may be replaced, okay, it start working, start doing all the hard work through the machines. It has a similar to a humans. It has a body, leg, and hand. Okay, if you wanted to build such type of systems, we call it as a robotics, and the intelligence will be given through the AI. How to walk, how to when object comes to the front, how to move around it. So this is what we are talking about is a robotics. That means the journey is quite fascinating, and it is not so if you try to understand in layman term in the sense like how the non-IT person can able to understand that only if you have to learn some algorithms and process, then you can become the very good developer in the artificial intelligence. So that's why if you look at that, okay, the AI is the big word we are talking about. Within that, we are having the machine learning, and within that, we have a deep learning. So if we have it is a combination of all three, like artificial intelligence, around that we have a machine learning, and around that, within that, we have a deep learning. When we are talking about AI course, okay, people are always explaining these type of concepts only, these type of algorithms only, how to use those things and how to automate the things. So that is what we are talking about as a machine learning actually. So machine learning is not and deep learning and all are part of the artificial intelligence. And if anyone has any questions, please post the questions here actually. We are here to answer, okay? Now, like we are making our journey towards LLM and quantum AI. So that's why I'm giving the proper context so that you can able to visualize and understand that actually. When you are talking about, so I understood what is AI. AI is nothing but a building the capability similar to a machine. So to build that, okay, I need a machine learning. Machine should start learning himself. Okay, learning in the sense understand like a human how we are memorizing, similar to that. To do that, we have a in machine learnings we have broadly classified what machine learning developers does. Okay, he's learning these algorithms. So one is supervised, unsupervised reinforcement learning. Let us understand with this example so that you will be clear with what it is actually. When you get into a machine learning, okay, that means finally I said this is an algorithm or a model, we can call it as. So when we have this, okay, there are labeled data set. This is supervised learning. This is an apple. This is an orange. Okay, and this is an apple. This like this. These are the different types of pictures we have created, and we are telling based on these properties. We are telling if you how do you compute. I'm not going to discuss because it's too complex here. But I'm telling that that is what in the course you people will do it. In the apple means what are the properties, orange means what are the properties. So if so like this, what is the color, what are the combinations. Okay. All these things we are discussing here. And once this is done, there is a like a training. We are giving the training here. And finally, we are able to predict it. So we are able to predict it based on the previous understanding. The memorization of this we are talking about is here actually. So, and finally, we are able to distinguish whether this is a like apple or a orange. So we are able to distinguish that, okay, and because of machine learning. So this is called labeled data, and this is what we are talking about as a supervised learning. This is what we call it as supervised learning. But when you get into the like a unsupervised learning, you look at this example. I have not explained whether this is an apple. Simply, I have given the collection of raw data, which is unlabeled data. The system itself is able to detect and classify based on the similar properties. So that is what it is going to do here. And this is what we call it as an unsupervised learning. That's it. So in that, there are several algorithms are there in supervised and unsupervised. We have to understand. Then if you know how to use it, then you are a machine learning engineer or machine learning developer. So that is what you have to understand. So it is very, very simple and straightforward. Just you have to understand. I know if you want to know AI, okay, you know what is AI, what are the concepts you should know. Then you should understand what are the different types of like machine learning, deep learning. Machine learning is a traditional kind of algorithms are there. In that, they're broadly, if you classify, there are supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Supervised means what? There is a set of like a different types of features based on this. We ourselves will label and we explain, and based on this memorization, computation, and finally it is going to like a determine and predict. So that was the expectation. And similarly, unsupervised, it is a unlabeled data. So we are able to, and we are able to then compare and classify. And for that, various algorithms are there. We are going to group it based on that. And we are in, so, but Python is just a tool. It is a language, okay? And in that already, these algorithms has been built, and they have given some structured order. Just by using that, we are able to do that. Whereas reinforcement learning, when you are talking about it here, actually, there is a response, trial and error. Okay. For example, you do something, and if it is successful, okay, and we improvise next. Okay. So every time we are doing the trial and error, we call it as a reinforcement learning. So these three types of algorithms, if, for example, autonomous vehicle. Okay, when vehicle is moving, it knows that what is the object. Okay, and what kind, whether it is a road, whether it is a what kind of road, everything it learns on the field. Okay, and try to improvise it. So that is what, and we record it and try to improvise it. So that is what we call it as a reinforcement learning. So usually traditional AI developers learns all those things actually. And in the market, we have a lot of jobs associated with AI developer, AI architect, machine learning engineer, data analyst, and data scientist. Okay, these are all there, but foundations almost all for all the roles almost same actually. As a AI developer, he can build, test, and deploy. As an AI architect, he can create and maintain the architecture. As a ML developer, he can develop the models, that is through algorithms. As a data analyst, he can able to give the insight based on the data, and he can give the some visualization report and look, this is because of this, these are the implications. As a data scientist, he can give like a he from the data collection to a data delivery, and giving the insight is a part of data center. So almost all these people are work closely, or one or other, just with slight variance will be there. That's why all these people will be knowing what is we call as a machine learning. Even data analyst will be knowing, machine learning engineer will be knowing, AI architect also will be knowing. So all these things they should have an idea about what it is. Then only they can call it as a. But in each company, the based on the like a we are using that. But all these algorithms are most of the time we build based on the Python only. You have to learn Python. Python is very simple language. It is not so complicated compared to a Java, .NET. So only thing is we need a patience, because lot of jargons will be there. Whether you are from BCom background, whether you are from BCA background, whether you are from MCA or MSc Mathematics, Physics, the AI you doesn't differentiate anything. If you have a passion, so similar to Elon Musk, how he become a rocket scientist by studying without official standard certificate, he is able to build and contribute to the society. And similar to that, you can also improvise in your current work, and also you can build the by building a some solution to the society. So that is what we wanted to do that. So most of the time, so how in simple word, if I talking about is in our mind, like we are memorizing, that is based on the data, and based on that data, accuracy will be there. That is what we are doing here actually. And if you look at that, so there are these are the some of the like a skill set you require to learn to become a developer. So here programming languages like a Python people may learn, R programming, which is both languages started before Java. Please understand, 1991 only. Okay, but after ChatGPT, people have started suddenly started thinking about Python, because it is a rich in libraries. Both are in rich in library, inbuilt libraries. Just you have to use it, and that is why you can this one. Similarly, framework tools, TensorFlow, PyTorch, or say Skitlearn. These are all the things you are going to learn. As a data analyst, this one Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib. Sometimes we may learn the Tableau, Power BI for visualization, better visualization. So that is what you are going to learn. Some you should have an awareness about the cloud, because computational power in the cloud for AI support, the more the computations is required. Our human brain is somehow is able to do it with the less memory or less size. Okay, but similar thing they are developing there. And for that, nowadays all these clouds are supporting for AI development. And because of that, and also you should have a patience, problem solving, critical thinking should be required. Creativity and innovations, this will come obviously when you start thinking towards a problem statement. And also more or less communication and team collaboration, and adaptability to the emerging AI trends. If you are able to do this, learn this, I think you are in the journey of AI. So that's why these are some of the prerequisite skills when you are doing the as a AI developer, people are doing this. But when we come to this as a this one, in each organizations they will follow this actually. Finally, if you see that these are the jobs tags people will be using. NLP engineer, only you are working on text, the NLP engineer. Images and audio or something, video, something like that, you are a computer vision engineer. Okay, and so like a and AI ML is a software engineer, AI researcher, data scientist, machine learning, robotic. similar AI ethics, AI product manager, and AI sales engineer. So basically, programming language people are using Python. Earlier days, when we started, people are majority times we are using the R programming. Now people are because both languages started together, and today in this era, people are learning Python because more and more it's simple compared to any other language, and people have started for liking that. Because of that, people are talking about. And suddenly, since we have a less time, so just I wanted to jump into that some concepts like what is LLM? Okay, let me take a simple example and try to explain this actually. So I have chosen the cancer detection is one problem statement. Okay, if you have the cancer detection, I can use machine learning algorithms like a supervised or unsupervised algorithms or reinforcement learning algorithms. So we can learn and we can do that. Okay, so that is called AI contributions. Okay, when we talk about LLM, people should not think it is something different. Okay, like what is LLM? Generally, you should try to understand what is LLM. LLM is nothing but large language model. That's it. You do not require to. In NLP, already people might know that, okay, natural language processing, how to deal with the text. For perfection, I need a more text, more train on the text. So many pre-trained data should be there. Okay. Then, for example, I want to write a poem around some XYZ. So ChatGPT, if you go and do that, and if you ask, it will give that, because many predefined, pre-trained transformers are there actually, and generally already it is built, and using that we are able to generate it. That's why if it has a massive text data set, it can understand. That is called LLM. And because of that, more and more accuracy, more accurate in translation, and because of that, people are started using the LLM. So people are using chatbots, virtual assistant, automated report generation, research and knowledge extraction, so language translation and content personalization. For example, you have a newspaper. I can't read all the news, BBC, what it is telling about Virat Kohli. I wanted to search across all the papers. I don't have time, only 2 minutes I have. Just if I have a like a or a which is built on LLM, just type Virat Kohli. It may pull the data from various the channels, newspapers, YouTubes, and it may give you a nice presentation. That is the contribution of LLM. So large language model is talking about more or less text advancement to a NLP. So usually in search engines, majority of time people are dealing with that. So usually for text related things, people are using LLM. It is advancement to the NLP. That means you should not surprise. If I know NLP, I know how to handle in the text related things. Only large data set will be used, and that is what we are talking about, the LLM. But when we come to the generative AI, okay, why this is people are talking about it? Like a LLM is a part of a generative AI, but generative AI, when you are talking about, for example, I want to work with like a cancer detection. I don't get the huge images to train. Okay, in that situation, what I have to do? I have to generate. Generate means using the existing image, I wanted to simulate or generate the more and more images so that I can train actually. So that is why generating the text, new text, it may be dummy text, you can say that, okay, or fake images for learning purpose and training purpose. I have 100 images. Using 100 images, I will build the related 1,000 images. If I have a dog sitting on the what is called table, by same dog can be taken one photo, and I can duplicate it, making different color combination variants and all those things. Okay, and if I do that, that is a same one photo I can generate in hundred images. That is what we call it as a generative AI. To an algorithm model we are talking about, around it is called a generative AI. It may be a text. When you text, LLM may be used. Images, videos, music, anything we can use that. Key technologies we are talking about GAN to generate the. If I am artist, I wanted to create an image. Okay, Then if I wanted to create a background, okay, I wanted to generate that, okay. So or something, if I give a text, automatically it should be a think and it should generate a video around it, right? So how it is possible? Because of generative AI. So data generation, and also sometimes I don't have I have to work on some research in healthcare or some gaming, but I don't have a computational power. Okay, then there may be a data exist around this. Then variation auto encoder. This is another type of GAN. I can say that. Finally, remember that. Okay, what is generative AI is nothing but creating the new content, including the text, images, videos, and music, or anything. We can call it as a generative AI. So this is what you have to remember. LLM may be a sub part of generative AI, which generates a text structure. So that means if you can see that generative AI, DALL-E, Midjourney, these are the tools which are taken the support of generative AI to design like a painter, okay? Yeah, so something like that, art and design, okay? Synthetic data generation, medical imaging, because for more and more tests to train, if you wanted to, I can generate the data augmentation, data generation. For example, cancer detection, if I get it, I have only 1 or 3 or 5 or 10 photos, then I can generate the data, okay, simulate the data. That is what we are talking about. Generating the new content based on the existing one is called the generating AI. And the third part we should always remember is the quantum AI. Okay, people are talking about very thing people are future about quantum AI, and now people are treating like for example, till now people are working with one CPU. Assume that, and one CPU can perform only one zero or one, something like that, binary format 0 and 1. Here we are talking about quantum computers. It will parallelly 0 and 1 both works, executes. So that is nothing but quantum computer. Okay, use qubits. I am talking in simple term, parallel processing. It will do lot of computational power, high speed. Currently we are working in X speed, and if you use the quantum machine, okay, 10x time. So what we have realized is how AI can progress based on the computational power. If more and more computational power we can achieve. Why we have to wait for 2100 for to do certain operations? Because we don't have computational capability or infrastructure to execute our algorithm. And because of that, we are asking for seeking for time. Software may evolve, but infrastructure for to support that we don't have. So that we are waiting for quantum machines to be developed or computation to in such a way that how we are using the laptop, our CPU processor, it should improve. Then definitely people, you can see that whatever the speed of computation currently you are seeing, for all the AI terms, it may improve 10 times or 100 times of implementation. That is what we are talking about quantum AI. So quantum AI is nothing but instead of using a classical computers, we started using the quantum computers. We call it the qubits. Okay, it is helping for parallel processing, ultra fast drug discovery, cancer mutation analysis, solving the complex optimization problems people are talking about here. Probably in a medical field, okay, most of the time when we are talking about uh, drug discovery. Let me take, if someone is from pharma background, okay, so you know that how many trials they have to do that. When they are doing a trials, because it has to be done in the physical office, and they have to physical laboratory, and they have to understand the what are the combinations and compositions of each molecules, and how they are connected each other, and what are the proposition. So if I am able to simulate it, okay, the number of finally, if your machine is able to say that, okay, maximum, okay, instead of I have computed, and there are lakhs of combination I have made, out of which you try for these 3 models and go for trial. And because then instead of waiting for 1 year, 2 year, it may be come up with the personalized solution for drug. If some X person comes, his cancer detection is identified for him, the X medicine can be given. The AI started suggesting that. And for other person, his history is different. Because of that, it may give the another kind of proposition of the medicine, and that can be helping to recover. So that's if you want to do that, okay, and then definitely our computing power should improve. That is what we are talking about quantum AI. Still, it has not reached to the stage where people are very specialized companies are working towards it. And because of that, people are talking about 2025 to 2030. By that time, we like similar to our the normal machine, people may start using that. So that's why quantum AI is nothing but we are working a AI algorithm under the quantum machines, quantum computing supporting machines, which is helping for parallel processing, unlike a simple processing. So that is what we should understand. And if you look at this, okay, let me take it is quite interesting to remember, okay, probably 10-15 minutes extra I will be taking, but it will be worth to understand with an example. Assume that you have learned artificial intelligence, and after learning the artificial intelligence, okay, how this was like a cancer detection can be helped through the LLM, like a quantum computing, or you may be talking about like a generative AI. So if you try to understand this, okay, like for example, in cancer detection, what you have to do, X-rays will be there, MRIs will be there, mammograms may be there, many to detect that, okay. Like we have to scan those images, and before that we have to train our machine, and with various combination of the X-ray photo of healthy and non-healthy images, so that machine can able to detect, and finally it will be able to figure out accurately where is the tumor and how it is there. So that is what the AI can do it. So when you come to the LLM, okay, if I'm in the same product of cancer detection, what is the contribution of LLM as a text? Okay, so what it can say that for the doctors, okay, based on the understanding that the disease, it can give all possible treatments, because LLMs has capability to read medical texts, research papers, patient reports, everything it is able to do that, and based on that it can able to tell that what are the latest treatment for the lung cancer. It can summarize and give the info to the doctor. So that's why that is how LLM is working actually. LLM is working actually. So LLM is bringing the data to make accurate decision to be taken by the doctor. For him, it is bringing lot of information from across all these things and give the latest information. Look for this patient, and this is the treatment can be given, and these are the substantial evidence for that. So that is how LLM can work. Whereas generative AI means, okay, and I wanted to train the machine that to detect whether accurately, whether is for image, whatever he has uploaded, whether it is a cancer affected disease, or it is a healthy or something like that, or which is the portion, what is the percentage. If you want to say accurately, I cannot get the photos of so many images from various okay. Because of that, what we are talking about is generative AI. It is generating taking one image, it is generating the all possible the images, and finally, and doing the image synthesis, data augmentation, I can say that, and using that we have started working towards it. That is called generative AI. How this is helping cancer for the to develop the agent, to develop the understand the agent, for more training to be required. Then generative AI is supporting. Whereas LLM, textual information. What the quantum AI may be going to do that. So what solution, what drug, okay, can be suited for cancer treatment? The drug discovery, because it can able to analyze the data set, and it is able to understand what kind of all possible computations, and because of that it can able to give the accurate treatment information when it comes to a quantum AI. So this is how that's why we are the journey of AI. Then we are talking about LLM, we are talking about the generative AI, and we are talking about the quantum AI. So this is the best insight I can give you, like what is AI versus LLM, generative AI and versus the quantum AI. So quickly, if I try to summarize for the any cancer, okay, tumor, AI can take the image and it is able to tell, okay, highlight the where is the tumor. That's it. Okay. And whereas LLM can tell you what is the latest information, what is the latest breast cancer treatments, get the data from various websites, links, a survey and books, everything it can be, and give the some accurate information. Whereas generative AI can say that, okay, I can generate the more and more similar to your realistic images, I can generate for more training so that your accuracy can be improved. Whereas quantum AI can be able to help you to identify the best treatment for you. So that is why people are talking about, this is what one case study. Similar to that, you can apply for various fields. That's why people are talking about Python. After learning, people are talking about machine learning. After that, people are talking about LLM. Then people are talking about generative AI. And now people are still quantum AI. People have not started. Just you can see that a lot more things in research in quantum computation also and quantum AI. So in every day's life, you could be able to see that actually. And because of that, you can do that. So before concluding, I wanted to tell you, okay, the normal machine where we are working with CPUs, okay, but the AI infrastructure, I'm not getting into the which computer to be buy or something like that. Just I wanted to give an idea for you people. If I want to work with AI, okay, what should be the hardware infrastructure? So hardware infrastructure will be the like a GPU and TPUs I'm talking about. Okay. I think a TPU is from Google. Okay, they have developed. GPU is nothing but graphical processing unit only. So don't worry. It is so earlier days people are it is built for multimedia, for gameplay, for gaming purpose they have developed, and then they realized instead of CPU, let us use this for the purpose for AI. So that is why GPU is required, and TPU. The Google has developed the specific machine for deep learning, these things. The infrastructure, if you have this, okay, a GPU and TPU, then AI program computational power will be very easy, and rest of the things remains same. There is nothing like that, okay. And these are the like a software infrastructure we are talking about. So more computational power for us. We have to look into the GPU and TPUs actually. And because of that, okay, people, if they don't have a local machine, they can use Google Colab, AWS EC2, Azure ML Studio. Like this, we can use the cloud services also, and we can practice. For Google Colab, free GPU and TPUs for AI training is there. So Kaggles will give the free data set for you people, and cloud notebooks it will be giving. Azure also giving the some free tiles, so you can use the project to understand that. So this is how you can able to understand the infrastructure, hardware, software, and cloud resource. By using this, you can able to build the infrastructure. But please understand, we are working. We are not the AI users. AI users is just upskilling for current work, which is we are using the agent built by someone else. As a AI developers, we are using the APIs which is developed by someone else. And whereas what we are talking about is AI like a researcher, when we are talking about to develop that algorithms, we come up with some research work by applying the various algorithms, and finally we are able to determine the algorithms. So we are all the people are we are the AI users, okay, directly or indirectly. And so that's why when you want to be a long-term career, at least you should be AI developer. That means you learn machine learning, deep learning, algorithms, how to use it, how to run this, how to come up with a solution. Or you should be like a researcher where you can go in further deep and come up with your own model, and build a API around it so that API developer can be used it, and so that AI developers can use it. And that's why AI researcher is more important in the mindset. Okay, we have to improvise our mindset. We should cultivate the habit of reading the research paper, and we should cultivate the habit of using that research paper. We can build the application. So if you really so some of the work we used to do is okay, like a cancer detection, career navigation. So if you look at this video, you could able to understand this. Okay.
Career Navigator is an AI-powered
So-
platform that helps job
So
seekers with
just this is a career navigator. Just if you log in this, this is one of the example I wanted to showcase, where by after logging you can upload the resume, and after uploading the resume, and you can you can establish a chart here. So the career assistant, so you can chart. Okay, this is nothing but a text. The processing we are talking about, and you have uploaded the resume, and after that, okay, once you drag and drop your resume, I am talking about like if you upload, you can see that various skill set, identified skill set here, and what is the recommended job for this resume. So this is nothing but analysis, because we already fed a lot of data around it, and based on this skill set, which is the suitable job for that. Okay, this is how our system can recommend it. Okay, and based on the resume, also it can generate a questions to take a test, and finally it can identify what job is best suit for him, and based on the assessment, and finally it can go and say that okay, what is the recommended job for this. So these are all the some of the examples I can say that okay, for the AI applications like this. We can see healthcare, we can see a lot of research currently we are doing, and it may be Scribe, it may be like this, almost 8 to 10 areas we are working. It may be agriculture sector and all those things. But finally, what I wanted to tell you is, as a AI researcher, we have to understand what are these buzzwords. And in this 1 hour session, I would like to, I tried to give the from journey from AI to all the buzzwords and how they are correlate each other. And probably in the further sessions, we may be discussing on each topic. Okay, that is what our plan, so that people can understand, because in 1 hour it is not possible to cover all those topics. But definitely in series of sessions, we are going to do that. Okay, where we wanted to give, rather than AI users, we want to make you people to understand that as a developer, so that you can have the long-term career. So if anyone has any questions, please post in the chat. I would like to answer. Yeah. Anjali Mustapali. Okay, then who are the called as AI users? We are all AI users only, right? Okay, so because we are consuming one or other AI products or AI agents. Maybe if I want to prepare the PPT, I may be taking the help of ChatGPT. Then I am a AI user only. I may using the right prompts to get the details. If I want to generate the data set, I can go to ChatGPT. I can type it. If I wanted to take the help for the code, I can do that. So that's why directly or indirectly, we are talking about more and more buzzword about AI users. So we should think towards how to become a AI developer, rather than just learning Power BI and just show the visualization report. That we can learn within 2 to 3 days also. It is just like instead of Excel sheet, we are using this one. But what is the philosophy around it? We have to understand philosophy in the sense how to do the cleaning, how to do the processing. And when you are able to understand and appreciate, then definitely you can able to the contribution to the society through the AI. The AI researcher means actually the difference between some question is AI researcher and AI developer. AI researcher means I am expecting you people to read the articles, latest trend, someone has published around it, maybe a tumor detection, something, cancer detection. So maybe till today, what are the research that has been done, we have to study. Based on that, what are the machine algorithms are has been used, can we do certain combination to improvise it? And they suggest based on the findings of their research, and using that methodology. So the proposer of the proposers of those things, we call it as AI researchers, and that is that is why we are here for Research Center. And by using that, then knowledge, we wanted to develop a the accuracy tool so that we can minimize the effort for the AI users, and also we can give the proper insight. So AI developers are using these algorithms or APIs which are existing without reading the research paper. Then we are depend on the other third-party proprietary organizations. If they are advanced, we will also advance. Otherwise, we will be keep quiet. We have to pay to their license to them, and we have to buy their API, and we have to build around it. So it is as good as we are developing a mobile app, and we depend upon the how the Android or React Native versions are there, rather than we are talking about it, we ourselves has to come up with a solution. Yeah. So any other questions? Okay. So I think I could see few one or two questions. Any other questions, please?
Nothing, sir, but thank you so much for starting such topic, and it's really wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, madam. Yeah. So anyhow, there will be every 2 to 3 weeks. We wanted to come up with a better understanding. I have many research projects to run, but I don't have time. Okay. At this moment, we wanted to conclude. Thank you very much for the participation on this Saturday on late night. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.